All right, man. Well, I'd like to thank you for doing this interview with the Hype Magazine tonight.
For sure, man. I appreciate y'all having me.
Super honored. And to get started, can you tell the fans and listeners who you are and where you're from?
I'm Lo Davis. I'm from Far Rockaway, New York. But I also represent Staten Island, New York. I moved to Staten Island high school, so I did half my life there, half in Far Rock. So I always let people know that I rep Far Rockaway and Staten Island.
Do you think being from New York is making it easier for you or harder for you to get into the music industry?
I think it makes it tough because there's a lot of artists trying to come out of New York.
Yeah.
But I also think it kind of helps just having that sound and, having an identity as an artist, just being a New York artist, but also standing out because I'm not really into the drill or sexy drill wave. I have songs like that. I can make songs like that, but I wouldn't say that's my style. So it has its advantages. It has its disadvantages. I just make it all work for me.
Now, what made you want to get into the music industry in the first place?
I always been around music.
Okay.
Stack Bundles was my cousin. Chinks Drugs was my cousin. So I've always been around music, but I played basketball first, and then I got injured and had to come home from China because of COVID. Everything was closed in Miami, and we went to the studio just to have some fun, drink, chill, and then it just turned into a passion. I fell in love with it, the process of making music, and now I just feel like it's no going back.
Yeah. Now, with you saying, sorry for your loss of Chinks and Stack Bundles, having those two people a part of your family, what were some of the things you learned from them or you were able to know about the game that helped you when you decided to get started?
I just seen like some of the things they went through. And, just one thing I take from both of them is always being myself. No matter what, no matter where I am, just be yourself, stay true to you, and do this shit the way you want to do it so that it's no regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said you played basketball first. What position were you playing? And then when you were overseas in China, what were you doing out there before COVID happened?
So I play small forward, and
Okay.
I was in China. I was actually playing basketball in China, touring all over the country. It was a dope experience, man. I played in small villages. I played in huge arenas, so it was
Wow.
dope.
How did you get connected with that opportunity to play overseas in China like that?
I had some friends over there playing on a tour, and someone got hurt and had to go back to America, and they needed someone to just come fill in. And I was at work, but I worked in a school, so we were coming up on vacation.
Yeah.
So on the vacation, they offered to pay for my flight and hotel. So I'm like, y'all gonna do that and pay me to play? Why not?
Yeah.
And that 1
Now,
week tour turned into, yo, we want you to stay. So I ended up coming back home, packed my shit, and I went to China for 2 years.
wow. Now, when you go out there, is this your first time leaving the United States, or had you left prior to that?
No, I had played in Peru 2 years before that.
Okay.
So I had been out the state before, but Peru's still the Eastern Hemisphere. So
Yeah.
going to China is different, 12-hour time difference. It just was a different experience.
Besides the language barrier, what were some things you had to overcome in order to be successful out in China and playing sports like that?
Um, I don't really think the sports was the issue. I think like I said, the time zone, 12-hour time difference. Just trying to communicate with my family and reach out to my folks back home had to be, we had to work out a specific schedule. So that was tough. But as far as the basketball side, basketball is basketball no matter where you go. And I like to think I'm pretty good at it, so I just go out there and play my game.
Now, with that structure that you had being a part of an international basketball team in China, how have you used those skills to help you when you started taking music seriously and, started doing this for your career?
So it just allows me to be comfortable no matter where I am. If I could go play in China in front of 20,000 people, then I could go do a show anywhere. And I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be confident. I'm gonna be comfortable. and I ain't really too worried about nothing.
Okay. Now, you said when COVID happened, you came back to the United States. You said Florida, Miami. So when you come back to Miami, did you already have people in the industry and music, or how did you kind of get your footing to get started?
So one of my best friends is Andre Drummond, and he actually makes music too. He's been making music before me, so once the NBA shut down and he knew his team wasn't going to be in the playoffs in the bubble, he flew to Miami and he already had studios and stuff out there, and
Okay.
that's kind of how that process started.
Now, with him being your friend like that, did he when you decided to start doing music together, did he know that your cousins had this great penman behind them, and was he familiar with your talent, or was it just two friends getting in the studio to see what you guys can come up with?
I mean, he was really the one recording, and I just was kind of there, and I would be saying certain lines and stuff when we listened to the beats, and he like, yo, you should try and get in the booth. But yeah, I've known him for a while, so he knew
Okay.
my relation to Stack and Chinks. So friends, we sometimes just freestyle and joke around with music from time to time, even when we were younger. So I I always did like to rap and freestyle and stuff like that. So it was a natural transition, honestly.
Yeah. You have a really dope talent. To what I can tell is you got dope bar game, as a lyricist, but you get into real life stories and real life emotion with your music. Is that something from coming from where you're from, or where does that come from for you?
Yeah, I had I won't say a struggle in my life, but I had some dark times, some
Okay.
struggles. It all wasn't struggle. I've definitely had good times as well. So I just speak from experience, and I want fans to know when they listen to my music, like this is coming from the heart. I
Yeah.
don't even got to write this. I just go in the booth and speak what's on my mind because I really live this shit. It's just real. Like it's not no fabricated stories. There's no ghostwriters. It's just me.
Now, how long did it take for you to create the No Breaks, your first EP in 2023? How long did it take for that process to come about, and what was kind of the experience in the studio when you guys were making it?
So the funny thing about No Breaks is No Breaks came about. It took me about a month to finish the entire project,
Okay.
and that was just a project that was like my farewell to the game because I had planned on just giving up with music. But I wanted to give the listeners I had, the fans I had, I wanted to give them one last project with
Okay.
a lot of songs that people have been asking for that were unreleased. So I kind of just put all the songs on there, and I can't remember. I think it's like 2022, something like that. I just put everything out, and I was kind of done with music because it gets kind of overwhelming sometimes when you don't have the correct team in place and you're trying to do everything on your own. I got kids, like, so it just at that point in time, it just wasn't making sense to me. So that's honestly how that project came about.
So when you drop No Breaks, you go into that, as you said, this is kind of your farewell moment. You're trying to be done with it. You've dropping this last project, and you're going to move on to next things. But then your fans tell you no, they want more. How did you and your team respond when the response came? No, don't give up. Matter of fact, we want more of what you got. How did you guys respond to that?
So I had a conversation with Andre and another friend of mine. Shout out to Fleet Banger. They just was like, "Yo, we coming to New York this week. Let's get in the studio." And I just like, "Yo, I'll do a verse for y'all, but y'all know like I'm not really doing the music thing no more." And they just like, "Nah, man, you right there. You can't give up. The last project was dope. Like, just don't quit. Just come to the studio and just do one more session with us. We're gonna send the song to a few people, see what happens." And from there, I started listening to beats. I was driving to New York, and I was in the car with one of my best friends. Shout out to my brother JB Smooth, and he found this beat on YouTube. He played it. I liked it. I started freestyling in the car, and I'm like, "Yo, we might have something." I hit up the producer on Instagram. He gave me the beat, and that's kind of the song that kind of led to the resurgence. Leave a message.
Yeah.
40,000 streams in a month, and it just was like just like that. I
Yeah.
was right back in the mix.
Yeah, seeing you dropped that around Father's Day, the Leave a Message song, amazing concept, the record. For people who haven't heard it yet, what was the thought process for Leave a Message, and what was the response you got from DJs and other people that heard it?
So Leave a Message was just like, yo, this got to be the one.
Yeah.
Like this got to be the one to change everything, and that song changed my life. That song led to a distribution deal with Sparta. That song got more streams than I've gotten in my career in a month. So, it was dope, man. It was dope the way it all came together, and the response has been great from everybody who hear it. They love the wordplay, they love the beat, the sample. Everybody loves the Cybertruck line. Alexa, please change the gear.
Yeah.
The ladies really love the baby hair line, using the toothbrush for the baby hair. I try to just make it relatable, man, for all audiences, not just guys and not just women. Just trying to be diverse.
So when you make Leave a Message, like you said, you're coming off of your last project. You think it's over. Your friend Andre Drummond has convinced you to get back in the studio one last time. What did you and your team do differently, you think, that made that song take off, or was it just organic? And was there something you guys did different, I guess?
So normally I have been releasing music on my own via DistroKid.
Okay.
This time we got with a publicist and manager, Indigo Grant, and she got us tapped in with Sparta distribution. Yeah. So I think that changed from dropping on DistroKid to dropping it with Sparta and kind of having those people repost it and just bringing traffic to my page. When I went up to Sparta, I took the picture signing the distribution deal. I met Huncho there, and we kind of chopped it up. We took a picture. So I think all of those things kind of just brought traffic and attention. So he's really doing something. When people support, when you win it, people want to see somebody win, and they want to see somebody win that's relatable to them. Somebody that didn't ask for any handout, somebody from the hood that's just self-made, and I think that's how it all came together.
Yeah, a lot of times, I like when you said you got with the team who got with the publicist and got you in the right positions with the Sparta situation. A lot of time, your fans and supporters are really just in the background waiting to see you do something real dope to make them say, oh, it's going to happen for them. Like, they love you. They love your talent. They know you're skilled. But there's that moment where fans have to see that, aha, it's about to happen for them. So when you guys posting, being at the 300 offices, signing this situation with Sparta, I'm sure the response was amazing. What was your family's first calls like when they seen you, got this major situation?
So my family was excited. And the first person to know was my girl because, we live together and she's right there with me when I'm making these phone calls and answering these calls. And it was just excitement because they know how hard I work. They know how bad I want to be successful in music. And they know the music is good. And, sometimes you can have good music, but it's all about getting it to where it needs to be so people can hear it. And I think once that part happens, it kind of helps with the process because I think once people hear the music, it's undeniable. You're going to enjoy it because I don't go into the studio to waste time. When I go to the studio, it's like I'm not leaving unless I got a hit. And if I don't feel like the record is a hit when I leave the studio, you'll probably never hear it.
Okay. Yeah. Now, for people who's not familiar with Sparta is, I understand you said it's a distribution situation, but what is Sparta and what is some of the things they've done for you or your team since you guys signed that opportunity?
So Sparta is a distribution company that was started by Kevin Lyles.
Wow.
So they're directly under 300. That's why they're in the same building.
Yeah.
And Warner just purchased 300.
Yeah.
So these people that work for Sparta, they also work with 300. They have personal ties. So just tapping into their resources, even them letting me film content and play songs in the 300 building and just put their algorithm is different. They have direct relationships with these platforms,
Yep.
Spotify, Audio Mac, Apple, so I think it was just a game changer. And it's also exclusive. Like anyone can sign up for DistroKid and put their music out. You can't just sign up for Sparta. They have to want you, and then they have to send you access to their site, or you can't get on. So I think that exclusivity is major. And I know for me, my situation with Sparta is just the beginning, but it's changing my life. Like every day, it's just getting better and better. So I'm really excited, man.
Was the Leave a Message, you said that was the first song on Sparta, and then the second one is Win for Them. So 2 for 2 already. You've got hits back to back. What was the response when you sent them Win for Them, and did they understand the message and everything you had tied into the song?
So it's funny, Win for Them wasn't supposed to be the second single.
Okay.
I had another song called A Fall Rock Story, and we had decided on that. But I had one more studio session, and they were like, yo, so what's the goal for this session? I'm like, the goal is to, yes, I know we like A Far Rock Story, but I just want to go in here and see if I can beat that song. Like, see if I can make a song that's a little bit better. And not that A Far Rock Story is a great song. It's definitely coming out because it needs to come out. But the message Win for Them was like, these wins, and it's not just for me.
Yeah.
It's for my kids. It's for my girls. It's for my mom, my sisters, my aunt. It's for my family, my friends, the people in the hood that I grew up in that still live there that they ain't make it out, but they could vicariously live through me. Like they could see me and know like, yo, I'm proud of that, and I'm a part of that because everybody has to play their part in this journey, and whether it be, doing something hands-on or it's just inspiration. So I really wanted to portray that message clearly and Win for Them. And I think I got the message out the way I wanted to.
Okay.
And I actually just finished shooting the video today for Win for Them. So it's been a busy weekend. So I just want people to know I'm always working, man. I was in the studio. It's my birthday weekend, and
like 3 days ago was your birthday. Happy
they're
belated
like, yo,
birthday.
what you want to do for your birthday? I'm like, let's go to the studio. Like I don't need it. Like we could go to the club, but let's go to the studio. We could drink there. It's music. It's good. It's great music there. I know the music gonna be good. I ain't worried about the DJ.
You know your music.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I'm always working. I'm super excited for this video to drop, man. To just further cement that message on Win for Them.
Yeah. I seen it says, if you're not going to win for yourself, then do it for them. It's such a powerful message that needs to be told about why do people not always understand that it's not really about them all the times on when they're pursuing the dreams. Like you have the dream and you have this goal and aspiration, but kids and other family members are looking up to you. Why don't people grasp that the way you have, you think?
I think people get caught up in their self sometimes, and it's very easy to do because you want to be successful and you want to have things going a certain way for you in your life.
Yep.
And when it doesn't, it's very easy to give up. But you also got to remember, a lot of times we're not just trying to win for ourselves. We're not just fighting for ourselves. So if you got kids or younger family members or just even people in the neighborhood who may see you in a positive light and they have things going on and they look to you for positivity, you can't just give up because you're not, like I said, you're not only winning for yourself. You got to figure out who else you're winning for, because when you quit, you letting more than yourself down. And I think people really need to understand that.
Now, you said you shot the video today. Any tentative release dates or timetable we can circle on the calendar for you to be on the lookout for that?
I'm aiming for like August 15th.
Okay.
But I gotta get with. I don't want to rush it. I gotta get with my videographer, see the edits. But hopefully, I'll definitely be announcing it on all my socials. We're probably gonna start a hashtag Win for Them.
Okay.
Like challenge, like not even a challenge, like the add yours thing at Instagram, like just add a picture.
I think a Win for Them challenge would be perfect right now, because you could go and do the Olympics right now. You could take every U.S. Olympian that stands on that podium holding the gold medal and then show a camera of their family cheering for them. Because yeah, you got the goal, but that whole family, that whole community, because that goal is for them. So you've got a lot of content available with that.
Yeah, man. I want people to just stop and think, who do I win for?
Yeah.
Who am I trying to win for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really want that message to hit home.
I think Dr. Eric Thomas, motivational speaker, the hip hop preacher, he talks about that all the time. Is who are you winning for? Who are you doing all this hard work and labor for? That's very important, because that gets you over these hard times. And like you said, you had some struggles, but you're getting a lot of success with this music now. Now that you have the Sparta distribution, anything changed with your releases now? Do you have to strategize it differently than you did in the past? So
Oh
are you
yeah,
having
man.
to have conversations with your team differently now because there is a actual, movement and distribution behind it?
Oh yeah, man, for sure. We got so much going on right now. So I have a team now that I send the music to. I hear their thoughts on the songs, if I should change anything. And then I'm shooting a From the Block video. Shout out to Azay Productions, shooting one of those at the end of the month. So it's his platform, so I got to send the songs out to him, see what he thinks. Does he like it? Does he think it fits with his platform? So just and then we got to think marketing, right? Before I just was putting the music out because that was just the best I could do at the time. But now it's like, all right, you want to put this song out? Why? Does it make sense at this time? Does it fit into the storyline and the timeline of how we're dropping? So it's like, I left my message. Now I'm explaining to y'all who I went for.
Yeah.
And then the third song may be just.
We said the Rockaway story.
It may be a Far Rock story. Just just tell y'all about the beginnings. I'm speaking about now, and I'm not really going back to the beginning. So it's just everything is more like detailed and planned out and strategic.
Now, I appreciate you answering that, because there's always this question for artists in today's climate: should you go a major situation or should you stay independent? And I think you just broke down a great way of what the label or what a sign situation does for you. Those real relationships, those understanding of how to build onto the releases. It's not just release the song today and put a video out tomorrow, but this song has to build for the next release, that's building for the label and building for the bigger picture. Now, you've had some really dope wins already. The Breakaway Music Festival. What was that like performing out there? And was that your first time performing at a festival, or have you done that before?
So that was my first time performing at a festival. I've performed like smaller venues, and like artist showcase. I've done things like that, but like the Breakaway Festival it's a huge crowd.
Okay.
It was like Fabio's performing, Cash Page, Babyface Ray, Moneybag, 21 Savage. They're all performing later on that night. These are some of the biggest artists in the world. So it was like to be able to, and, I performed earlier in the day. So, but still to be able to bless the same stage as such big artists so early in my career, man, it was dope. And I was able to, control the crowd and have great stage presence. And, it was a really dope experience. And, there's also some things you could take away and learn.
Yeah.
But for me to even be on that stage, like I said, so early in my career, was like, it's a huge win, man. Those kinds of things you look back on, and it kind of keeps you going.
Yep. And you never know who was on that show with you, either early on in their career or those older people. So because you performed, you had credentials. You were able to be around certain areas where the general public couldn't. Where was the festival at? Like,
the festival location I performed at was in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was dope, man. Like just walking through the crowd after the performance and people taking pictures and congratulating me and, signing autographs and stuff like that, signing my name on the Breakaway sign.
Yeah.
And you got these other artists' names on there and they're signing, and it's surreal, man, to see yourself. It's just a small glimpse into the future.
Yeah.
Like, I could get to this level. I'm on stage earlier in the day. Next year, I'm going to be the headliner. Like, I can get to that level. So
It's that motivation to know it.
yeah,
Now, is that a lane you're thinking about? You and your team are thinking about hitting those festivals more consistently, or what kind of path are you guys trying to go?
yeah. So I don't even know if I'm supposed to release this
Okay.
yet,
No.
but like I'm gonna talk about it, man, and God willing, like we're working on some things, and
Okay.
there's a major. This is what I say. There's a major festival going on
Okay.
in Miami,
Yeah. Yeah.
in December.
Okay.
If you guys know, you know, but
Yeah.
hopefully I could bless that stage, and I think if I bless that stage, it'll be a game changer for me and my career and my family and my team. So we just
Yeah.
gonna keep our fingers crossed. We're in conversations right now, so everything goes the right way. Miami, I'm coming home.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna
That's where
speak
it
that
all
into
started.
existence for you right now without
That's
saying
where
what
it
it
all
is.
started. So,
You're gonna get that.
like Miami is my music home, man. Anytime I'm in Miami, I gotta record. First thing I do when I get off the plane.
Now you also got first place Crowd Freak Showcase. You said you've done a lot of showcases, but getting first place is a major accomplishment. Where was that at, and what was the response for you and your team when you won first place?
That was actually in Cleveland.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was actually my first time performing live. They added me to the bill late, and I'll be honest with you, I kind of just got drunk and went up there and did my thing, and the crowd, just the energy, they was rocking with me. I ended up winning,
Yeah.
and it was just a dope. When you win something like that early on, you're on top of the world. Can't nobody tell you anything, because these are people who have probably been making music for a lot longer than me. So to go in there and win was just like, I could do this rap shit. Like, it's kind of confidence builder. Like, and they ain't fucking with me. I could do this shit. And pardon me if I'm not supposed to curse.
No, you good. You good. Keep it real. Now, with you formerly having those connections in China and overseas, any thought of trying to send them the music? There's a huge fan base for hip hop out there. You'd be a kind of a cheat code you have that most artists don't, is to tap into that market. Any thought of that yet?
Yeah, I actually have some friends that are still playing out there, and I'm trying to. We're in talks right now, trying to figure out like if I could come out there and maybe make an appearance, because I used to live there in Shanghai, so I've been in all the clubs and stuff. So maybe make an appearance. I think the content for that would be dope, and then just trying to figure out how to get it on, like out there, like on their music platforms, and see how we can make that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely something I'm trying to tap into.
Yeah, that'd be really dope. I can see it because, the music you make would relate out there. You make really dope music, and it thought-provoking music, and, you already have those ties out there. So like I said, it's an advantage. Do you have any advice for someone who wants to be in the music industry? I know you said in 2023 you kind of got serious about this, but you've had a lot of success already. Any advice you would give somebody?
Just put the work in. Like anything else in life, like you can't cheat the grind. So like, put the work in. Sometimes guys don't want to record, or they don't want to perform certain places. There's no better teacher than experience, right? So get in the studio as much as you can. Perform, even if it's a small venue, who cares? Like, get the experience, get something out of it. Just commit yourself and dedicate yourself to your craft, because you never know. Honestly, one song and your life could change.
Yep.
You could be doing nothing and think you down on your luck today, and tomorrow you could have a hit song going viral and your whole life would change. And you just gotta keep that in mind, that you gotta put the work in to get to that point.
Yep. Yep. You never know what's going to take off. You're right. And you could be having a slow moment before today, and then tomorrow you wake up and you're viral. And so you just got to stay prepared and stay ready for that. I know you said you filmed the video today. Any upcoming releases besides the video we can talk about, upcoming singles or anything like that?
Yeah, talking to the team right now, we have like 3 songs that we're considering on dropping for August 30th.
Okay.
I just want to stay consistent, so I'm gonna drop again August 30th. And we're leaning towards a Far Rock story, but like I said, I'm always working, so I could go in the studio tomorrow and be like, yo, nah, this one got to be next.
Yeah.
So, and I may get the audience involved in this one. I may drop some snippets, and just see what my fans and my followers are thinking for the next song, and we go from there. And then the plan after that is the next single will be looking for a feature. It'll be a big deal, big artist that I recently and I ain't gonna name drop because that's not my style, but big artist that I just got connected to. I was actually listening in on his studio session the other day, so I got some stuff in the works for people to look forward to.
Now, you mentioned your team a couple of times. How important is a team for you and what you're doing? And then who are some of the members of the team you want to shout out?
Oh man, a team is essential. It's so important just to have that support and people helping you with the legwork. It's hard to make the music, book the sessions, travel. Like it's tough. It gets tough. So like my team would be my best friend Andre Drummond, my other best friend JB Smooth, my guy Aiden over at Sparta, Indigo Grant, my guy Chris out here in Philly, my brother Marty, my brother Flea, and always my girl and my kids are part of the team because my mom, like that's just the motivation for me to get up and go take care of my business and do what I got to do so I could change our life and not just mine. So yeah, for sure.
You mentioned your girl and your kids as well. Like, how do you handle having a family and being there for them and being out at doing all these dope festival shows? Like, how are you balancing the two of those?
It's tough, but no, I mean they have. My girl's a great mom. Her mom doesn't live far, so we have a great support system. So they kind of help out when I'm not around, and my girl just understands like when I'm traveling, it's for music, it's for us to improve our situation. So just constant communication. Like, babe, I got to go here. I got to go to this studio session. I'm gonna be running a little late. When you get to a certain level, then you got the budget. I could just take them everywhere with me. But for now, I gotta be on my grind, and she understands that, and it's all gonna make sense when it's supposed to.
That's dope. And you said Andre Drummond was a motivating factor early on when you got started rapping. How's he feel now, looking at where you are and the success you're already having? Like, is he talking about more projects, or how's he feeling so far?
So yeah, he literally just told me yesterday because he was with me I performed live yesterday.
Okay.
And he was with me, and he's just like, yo, I'm proud of you. I'm proud you didn't give up. Yeah. And like, I'm proud to see the growth in your music and like on your performance. Like, you really controlled the crowd. You had great energy. Like, it's dope to see. So, he's happy. He's a big supporter. He's been a part of this music thing for me since day one. So yeah. He's just happy to see it all starting to come to fruition as it should.
Now, outside of music and basketball, what do you like to do when you got downtime and you're just chilling with the family?
Bro, I don't do nothing but chill with my kids, play Fortnite, and cook. That's all I do. I watch a lot of movies too. That's how I come up with some of these bars and references. I'm a huge movie person.
And then last question, and what would you like to say to your fans and supporters who've been with you early in the beginning or who have been with you now with this newfound excitement you got going on?
So first and foremost, to all my fans and supporters that have been here since day one, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all never giving up. I appreciate y'all supporting. There's been times where I wanted to give up, but, people reposting my music or sending me pictures of them riding around the car listening to it. All of that is motivation. And for everyone that's just starting to get on board and start to hear my music and join the Low Davis parade, because we're going to call this a parade because we just winning.
Okay. Yeah.
Welcome. You're gladly appreciated. Thank you for rocking with me, and stay tuned because we going up. And I always say we because it's not just me, like we going up. So get your boots on, lace up because we going marching. It's the Low Davis parade.
Okay. And then so So the lead single, the focus single right now is Win for Them. The video is going to be coming soon. And then if you're looking for a video that's already out there, is Leave a Message. So DJs, if you're trying to get the records, make sure to get with Lo Davis. Amazing music.
Leave a Message is a single. It's no video. Leave a Message is a single. It's on all streaming platforms. Win for Them is on all streaming platforms. I do have one video from an older song on YouTube right now. It's a song with myself and a female artist, Big 11. It's called ATM. It's a dope song, dope video. Everybody should hit YouTube, Lo Davis ATM, and check that out. And No Breaks is up there. Winner's Circle is up there on Apple Music. So those are two projects I have out that are already up there. So those are quality projects, great music as well. I didn't get to put them out with Sparta, but that's okay because people can always.
Can you re-release them now that you have that relationship? Is there a way, if your fans wanted it or you decided to, could you re-release that to the public?
I could re-release them, but they're already out, and those came from a time where I did those things on my own, and I'm proud of that. Even see yourself and be able to search yourself on iTunes and Apple Music is dope. So I'm not gonna re-release them. They're up there. People can go back and listen to them. We're just gonna keep moving this movement forward.
Yeah, I love that. And I'm definitely a big supporter. When we're done, I'm going to post both your songs for you on my end to help get the DJ's attention for it. Anything else you want to let people know before we get out of here?
No, I just want to say, Matt, I appreciate you. Hype Magazine, I appreciate you. What you guys are doing for artists and the culture is dope, man. And for everybody out there that may not be in the best situation, remember you got somebody to win for, and stay positive because this shit don't last forever. Any given day, it could be your moment. So keep grinding, stay locked in.
All right, man. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great night.
All right, man. Thank you for having me once again.
Yes, sir. Hold on, I'm just ending the recording.